Hello. Welcome to Pranayama practice with Kelly. First, let's get seated. Go ahead and take whatever seat is comfortable to you. I am sitting in my chair with my legs crossed. I have a big enough chair for that, and it's what I like to do a lot while I'm sitting here. Feel free to sit on the floor, sit on your bed, wherever you're comfortable at. The nice thing about breathing and breath work is that it doesn't have to be something that you do for 20 minutes, 30 minutes. You can just take a few minutes out of your day to do this. There's two types of breathing that we're going to do today. There's Ujjayi Pranayama, which is something that's going to warm you up and give you a little bit more energy. And there is Shitali Pranayama, which is more of a cooling type of breath work. So you should feel your energy lower. It helps scattered nerves, anxiety. Or if you've just been working out or doing some advanced yoga poses that, at least advanced for you, that have gotten your blood boiling, feeling a little warm and spicy, then some cooling breath can help with that. So let's start with Ujjayi. That way we can warm ourselves up and then cool ourselves down. So Ujjayi breath is a very smooth breath. It's even. Your inhales and exhales just need to be even. You don't have to go to a count, but if it makes you more comfortable to do that, then feel free. Just make sure if you're counting to 4 on one, then you're counting to 4 on the other, or whatever number you count to. It's generally very smooth, but at the same time, you're gonna try to put some sort of constriction in your throat. Think of it as like when you're breathing out to look at your breath on a cold day or trying to fog up a mirror. It sounds like and when you do that, you kind of feel where you put a little bit of a restriction on your throat. It doesn't need to be extremely forceful, and when you're actually doing the Ujjayi breath fully, your mouth is going to be closed on the exhale. You're going to end up feeling that smooth restriction on the inhale and the exhale together. So when we get started, it's going to sound something like we'll practice that a few times, and then we're going to go fully breathing in and out through our nose. Something like that. So to start, again, make sure you're comfortable. Go ahead and close your eyes. And if you're not comfortable with fully closing your eyes, if you're not by yourself or that's just something you don't like to do, you can lower your gaze. Just something that kind of allows you to go inward, because we're going to be focusing on breath. Take a few breaths, just normal breathing. We're going to kind of center ourselves before we start. And think about where your breath is at with you currently. Where are you at? Where are your thoughts at? Try to focus them on an inhale and then exhale. All right, on your next inhale, try to breathe in with a constriction. If you don't know what that feels like yet, that's okay. Just breathe in. And then when you exhale, do it with your mouth open. And we have a furry friend joining us. Breathe in. And again, breathe out with your mouth open. Feel that constriction through your exhale. And then when you breathe in, you should feel it again. This time, keep your mouth closed when you exhale. let's go through about 5 more rounds of the Ujjayi breathing. Inhale. Exhale with nose, through nose, mouth closed. Inhale. Exhale. Think about getting air all through your belly, filling up from your chest to your belly. And exhaling it all out through that restricted filter in your throat. And one more round. And when you're done, let's just take a few normal breaths just to kind of recenter in ourselves. Think about how you feel. Did that warm you up? You feeling a little more energized? Maybe it didn't work for you. That's okay. Go ahead and open your eyes. Take a look at my cat. I don't know if you could hear him. Oh, there he goes. He was meowing a little bit. So hopefully that didn't interrupt you too much. For me, I feel a little bit warmer, a little bit more energetic, but at the same time, I feel more focused, which is nice because I've been extremely off the wall and excited since I got home, which is not a bad thing, but I feel more grounded and more present. So hopefully that did the same thing for you. Okay, next, we're going to do Shitali breath. There's a few things I want to show you before we get started. Again, this is a cooling breath. When we inhale, we're going to inhale through our mouth. And there are a couple of different variations that you can do because some of us may not be able to curl our tongues like this. That's the traditional way to do it. I love sticking my tongue out like that. As I've always enjoyed that since I was younger. So, but some of us can't do that, and that's okay. So we do have modifications for it. Another thing you can do is you can inhale through your teeth. Kind of press your tongue to the back of your teeth, and then just inhale. And another thing that you can do is you can purse your lips and inhale like you are sucking through a straw. So you can go like this. Okay. Whichever one you want to do. If you tried that with me and you know you like one better than the other, that's great. If you want to try one as we go through each round of breathing, feel free to do that. All of this is whatever is most comfortable for you. And one of the things that when I first started doing this breathing, this Shitali breath, sometimes I panic when I can't get enough air in. I've been that way for a long time, but it's gotten significantly worse since I was sick with COVID because I had a tough time breathing. But if it does panic you, you can open up, do the teeth. You get more air in through the teeth. But you can open up how much you're pursing your lips. Again, just find what's more comfortable. That's really where it is. If you don't like something, don't do it. All right, so let's get started on this one. Let's close our eyes if you're comfortable with that. If you are not, then again, feel free to have a lowered gaze. That way you're just kind of allowing yourself to fold in, kind of come into your body. And let's take a few breaths. Just normal breathing, kind of recenter. Think about where your spine is too. Are we sitting up straight? You feel like you're able to get enough air in? Okay. On our next inhale, we're going to breathe in through whatever variation is comfortable for you. Test the variations. Okay, so inhale. And then when you exhale, through a closed mouth, it'll be through your nose. Squirt is back. Inhale. Close your mouth, exhale through your nose. And you want to try to keep your inhales and exhales balanced. Inhale. And let's do that for 8 more rounds of breath, just so we can see how that feels. Think about relaxing your face and your shoulders. I feel myself tensing up. On your last round of breath, finish where you're at. Just go into some normal breathing again, so you can kind of relax into a neutral space. Unclench your jaw. And I invite you to think about how that feels different than the Ujjayi breath. And then when you're ready, open your eyes. And I don't know about you, but I definitely feel cooler. It travels from my throat down into my chest whenever I do breathing like that. And the first few times I did not like it. But once we discussed in class a bit more about the purposes of it, it didn't seem quite as nerve-wracking for me. But it's definitely an experience, a bodily experience to get used to. So whatever you're comfortable with when you're doing it, that's always the most important thing. If you don't like it, then you don't have to do it. You can find a modification that works for you, or it's just not right for your body at that time. And that's okay. I definitely do feel like I pulled my energy back down. I've still had a wonderful day. I'm still very excited. Still present and grounded, and that's one of the very lovely things I'm finding with breath work. So hopefully this had some similar experiences for you. I would be interested in hearing any feedback on any constructive criticism you might have on areas where the cues didn't work for you, maybe cues you liked. One of the things I didn't mention about Ujjayi breath, kind of when you're doing it in and out, it kind of sounds like you've got your own personal ocean. That helps people sometimes. But there's certain cues like that kind of helps people understand how they should be feeling or sounding for a traditional type of understanding of it, and then they can kind of move into what works better for them. So please give me any of that feedback that you think will help. Any areas where maybe it could have been clearer, that I could have directed a little better. I welcome it all, because this is the point of all of this, is for me to learn how to communicate this with you in a way that's going to help you. So thank you for joining me for this pranayama work, and I hope that I'll be able to do some more fun learning vlogs with you. Just kind of as a mini disclaimer, which I probably should have done at the beginning, but I'll put it in the comments as well. I am not a certified teacher. Make sure that if you are not comfortable doing this, you do not have to do this with me. If you just want to listen to my cues and tell me that I should adjust here or there, or say that it would be more helpful to say it this way, then I'm totally open to that, and then, you know, I'll take feedback and apply it when I think it's going to work for me, as long as it's something I'm comfortable with. But, you know, just make sure you're doing whatever you can to protect yourself, especially since you're watching me through a video, and I just want you guys to be safe. I hope you enjoyed I went the wrong way, our guest kitty for the breathing work. This is Squirt. He's ready for food, so I'm going to go feed him. But again, be safe. Thank you again for joining me, and be kind to yourself.